dream come true for me to be able to line up alongside of him. Just admiring him for so many years, and seeing him from afar, and then being able to be in practices with.
Once LeBron James admired Kobe Bryant like a hero, but now things have changed after new details came out about Kobe's 2003 case in Colorado. LeBron is no longer staying silent. He is not just keeping his distance, he is speaking up and even hinting that there is unseen footage that could completely change how people see Kobe. This is a big shock because NBA stars usually respect each other and avoid digging into each other's past, but LeBron seems to have reached a breaking point. He publicly called out Kobe's past and brought attention back to the 2003 case where Kobe was accused by a 19-year-old hotel employee of serious misconduct. That case had once shaken the sports world, but over time many had stopped talking about it. Now LeBron says there might be videos or information that were kept hidden from the public all these years. That is why his comments are so explosive. He is not only bringing the case back into the spotlight but also suggesting there is more that we have not seen. This move is very unusual. NBA culture usually focuses on unity and protecting legacies, so why would LeBron risk his image to speak out now? Is it a personal issue or is something bigger going on behind the scenes? Some think LeBron may feel that important truths were ignored or hidden for too long. To fully understand why this moment is so important, we have to go back to 2003. Back then Kobe was at the top of his game and seen as the next Michael Jordan. The accusation shocked fans and hurt his image deeply. Although the case was dropped when the accuser refused to testify, the details remained disturbing to many. Now, after years of silence, LeBron is pulling those memories back into the spotlight, possibly hinting at a cover-up or forgotten truths. Whether you agree with him or not, it is clear this could change how people remember both Kobe and LeBron.
I think Kobe raped this woman. Yes. Do I think Kobe thought he was raping this woman? No. And I know that sounds like a cop-out answer, but I don't mean it that way. Kobe Bryant was really awkward. And he was really awkward and actually weirdly inexperienced with women. I could see him being naive and dumb and wayward enough to actually, when the police show up later that night, being shocked and being like, wait, what do you mean?
That moment shows why Kobe's case has always divided people. Even expert reporters didn't know how to define it. Some saw him as a predator while others believed he was just a star who didn't understand limits. Either way, the impact stayed, and Kobe's public defense became one of the most talked about moments in sports history.
Innocent. I didn't force her to do anything against her will. I sit here before you guys embarrassed and ashamed for committing adultery.
That statement saved Kobe's image over time, with NBA titles a strong comeback story, and his tragic death. He was no longer seen as a fallen star but a true legend. His jerseys were honored. He was praised as the Mamba, a fierce player and a caring father. People moved on. The scandal faded. Then came LeBron James, and he is not just bringing back the 2003 case, he is taking it further. He says there might be real footage that could destroy Kobe's legacy more than any news story or court case ever did. But why now? Why would LeBron, who once thanked Kobe and called him a mentor, change so suddenly? This is the same LeBron who, after passing Kobe on the scoring list, shared an emotional message.
A kid, I was in high school. I was growing up through the ranks when Kobe came into the league. He was, it wasn't a dream of mine to come straight, from high school at that point in time to the NBA. But I was like, wow, a 17-year-old, 18-year-old kid being able to make that leap, that's pretty damn cool. And as I started playing more ball and I went into high school, the things that he was doing on the floor, I, admired and wanted to be a part of.
So what changed? How did LeBron go from calling Kobe a mentor to accusing him of hiding dark secrets? The answer may lie in timing and pressure. LeBron has worked hard to keep a clean image free from scandal, but behind the scenes rumors have been growing. Some say the NBA has protected star players for years, not just Kobe, and that covering up serious issues was a normal practice. If that is true, then LeBron's recent comments might not just be about Kobe. They could be exposing a deeper problem in the league itself. LeBron may be pointing to Kobe, but the real message seems to be that there is a system of silence in place, and if the truth about Kobe was hidden for so long, what else has been buried? Who else has been protected from consequences? This is why LeBron's words are so explosive. This is bigger than Kobe. It is about how the league handles the image of its stars, and it gets even darker. Some insiders say LeBron's attack on Kobe was not random but part of deeper fights inside the league. Fights about image, money and control. Lately the NBA has been working hard to protect how legends are remembered and marketed. Kobe is a key part of that system. His image has made millions for the NBA, the Lakers, Nike and more. So for LeBron to speak out is like setting fire to all of that, and one thing is clear, he wanted people to hear it. Now let us go back to the abuse footage that LeBron hinted at for years. There have been rumors of tapes that were never made public during the original 2003 case. Officially only certain documents were released, but some former workers in Eagle County say there were interviews, hotel security videos and evidence logs that went missing before trial. For years reporters and fans have asked what happened to that footage. Now LeBron is suggesting that it is real and still exists. This is huge for two reasons. First, it means the case might not be fully closed in the eyes of the public. It could bring out clear proof that changes everything. And second, if LeBron knows about it, then someone powerful might have shown or told him about it. The timing is very intense. Kobe has been gone for years and his wife Vanessa has worked very hard to protect his name. She has taken legal action, won cases and controlled his image closely. So when someone attacks Kobe, it also affects her, their children and the Mamba story that still powers books, films and merchandise. LeBron knows this and still chose to speak out, which makes his move even more shocking. Remember, LeBron once praised Kobe deeply. He looked up to him and even said he was following in Kobe's footsteps.
You know, it's a brotherhood, being a part of the Lakers franchise, and we all root for one another, no matter past, present, or future. That's what it's about.
That line, once spoken with warmth and respect, now feels empty, because if brotherhood in the NBA was ever real, then LeBron would never have done this unless the brotherhood was fake all along. And this is where the story gets darker. If the NBA really protected Kobe and maybe others too, then LeBron's words could be a warning, like he is saying, I know your secrets and I will not stay silent. And that brings us to the real question, why is LeBron doing this? Some experts say it is about legacy. For years, LeBron lived under the shadow of Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. No matter how many games he won or how many records he broke, there were always fans who said Kobe was better, more clutch, the true heir to MJ. And maybe now, by pulling Kobe down, LeBron is not just defending his own place in history, but also removing the one man who was always seen as his rival. And here is the twist, this might be just the beginning. Sources say LeBron has not told us everything yet, that he is still holding back, and the tapes he mentioned are only a small part of something much bigger. If that is true, then this could become the biggest scandal in NBA history, even larger than the Donald Sterling incident, the malice at the palace, or any lockout or labor battle, because this would not just be about what a player did wrong, this would be about the league covering it up. If that cover-up is real and it gets exposed, then everything could fall apart. Legacies, dynasties and billion-dollar brands could all take a hit. So the big question now is, why is LeBron doing this, and why now? Why target Kobe, and what does he know that we don't? Because when he called out Kobe, he did not just blame someone, he broke open a sealed vault. A vault the NBA, the media and Kobe's team worked hard to keep shut. And with new talk of leaked abuse footage, we have to ask, what is really on those tapes, and why is LeBron willing to risk his name, his image and maybe even his career to bring it out? And when you go back to the exact words that started all this, it becomes clear that LeBron was being very careful. He did not casually bring up the past, he mentioned evidence, and that shook people, fans, media and the league, because once you say there is secret footage, the countdown begins. People want the truth, and if you do not bring it, someone else might, and that is what scares the NBA the most. Remember how much Kobe's case in 2003 shook the Lakers. His teammates were angry, reporters chased him after every game, and even Shaq made fun of him behind his back. As sports writer Jeff Pullman remembers, it was a time of tension, silence and fear.